All right, so I got something awesome for you guys today. Have you ever wondered what your retention rate is? Ideally, you want to shoot for above 90%. But if you don't have a way to track that, you really don't know. What about your MRR? Are you tired of guessing your agency's performance? So, what if I told you there was a way to pinpoint the areas of weakness where you should focus? What if I told you there was a way to easily track your MRR and your retention using one simple spreadsheet? Real quick, I'm Wes. I work with agencies doing 20K plus a month or more, and I help them break through and create time and money freedom by building a sustainable agency with high profit and low stress. One of the biggest things that I see when I start consulting a new agency is that they don't know their numbers. They don't know how to track anything. They don't have systems in place. So when we start talking about the importance of MRR, right, creating recurring revenue, but also keeping your clients on for long term, you have to be able to track those things. So what I have is a sales and retention tracking sheet, which you'll be able to download in the description. So I'm going to walk you through how it works and how you can start tracking these metrics yourself. So let me kind of walk you through this. This number here is the first thing you want to adjust. This is your average revenue per client per month. So on an MRR scale. So if you adjust this, all it's going to do is it's going to help fill in some of the information in your goal section. So if you only charge $1,000 a month per client, you can go ahead and update that there. Everything that's in yellow is what you will edit. Everything else you do not touch. Okay, so I wanted to make that extremely simple. But you can see that it's broken down by month. So here we have January, February, March, April, May, all the way to December as we scroll over. And what you want to do is at the start of or at least when you start using this, right? If it's not January and it's June right now, go ahead and just update this to say June. And then you update the next columns as we go, July, August, etc. But what you want to do is this first column here, you want to set your actual numbers. So go ahead and set your numbers for January, how many new sales you want, how many churned clients you want to have that month, which would be 0 ideally. Set your goal retention rate, set the total number of clients that you have currently and the total MRR you have currently. And then as the month goes on, when you sign a new client, you're just going to add them into this area here. So let's say you bring on Jim's Bean Company and they're bringing in $1,500 a month. You're going to go ahead and fill that in, put in the client name and their MRR, and that's it. And so there's 10 spaces to do that. If you need to add more, it's as simple as right clicking and you click add one below, choose number 11, and it's that simple. So every time you bring on a new MRR client, you're just going to input them here. The same, anytime you lose a client, you're going to put in their name and the MRR that you lost. So throughout the month, you're going to fill in these numbers. And what's going to happen is at the end of January, you're going to see what your actual results are from that month. You'll see the actual number of new sales, the churned clients, and it's going to calculate your retention rate, your new MRR, your total MRR, and your growth for the month. And here you can see the difference. So this triangle, as you probably know, is a delta. So this just means the difference between what you set for the goal for the month and what the actual number is. So you can see if that's good or bad. And as you continue to do this month after month, you're going to get a very clear idea of what your retention rate is and what your MRR is. And you can see where it's trending. If you go over to this overall reporting tab, this is going to show you month by month your clients' MRR and retention, as well as show you the graphs so you can kind of see if there are any trends, if there's any continual downfalls or upticks in your numbers. And this also gives you an annual overview of your goals versus your actual numbers. By using the sheet, you're going to know your MRR and your retention numbers on a daily basis. Because as you know, if you don't have these numbers pinpointed and dialed in, it leads to unpredictable revenue and problems identifying bottlenecks. If you see that your churn rate is 40% month over month, you know there is a problem with fulfillment. If you see that your new clients are only going up 1 or 2 per month, you know that there's a problem in lead generation or in selling. By using a tool like this, it's going to help you identify the problems in your agency so that way you can turn around and fix those issues quickly before you run out of money or run out of business. So if you want to get access to this sheet, just click the link in the description. But also, if you want more than this, I'm breaking down my entire agency of 15 plus years, showing all the things that work, trying to give you the 80-20 so that way you can do it much faster than I have. We have a group you can join with live calls, training, SOPs, and it's constantly growing. It's a brand new community, brand new group. I would love to see you inside there and help you grow a sustainable marketing agency.